Okay, my name is Paolo. Originally, I'm from Milano. I was born and raised there. Moved to New York about 20 years ago. Welcome to my world, the world of hats, the world of creativity. I always love art, I always love expression. My form of expression was more of an aesthetic expression. Anything that is aesthetic, that has something particular, some details, I love details. I love accessories, I love hats, definitely. Okay, so basically, this is the felt, it's the basic felt. You see, the felt doesn't have any dimension right now. It doesn't have a size, a specific size. This is called the hat body, or it's called cappellin. And what I like to do in my felt is like, I start to loosen up the fiber together, right? So they're very tight. So what hot water is gonna do is gonna help it loosen up. I put it into the steamer, on top of the steamer. So it's gonna kind of like soften down. Right, so we have this part here. Gonna put it, we stretch it very strong. You wanna make sure that everything is adherent to the walls. Around, and I lock it in here. And I push my rope down to the bottom. I was in restaurant business and hospitality for many years. I started very young, so I spent all my 20s doing that. A lot of fun, a lot of responsibilities. And then I got like around when I was like my late 20s, I decided I needed something more from life. You start from one side, you kind of get lost and you start to question yourself, and then you finally open up new doors, new opportunities that come in your way, and you don't even know how, but you know that you were searching and you know you were going through transitions. So that's how I started. I start to create, and I create things that based on what I love. I remember being small, like little kids, and being in my room and taking off pants or t-shirt and break them down, destroy them, try to do things on them. And my mother was always like upset because I was destroying all my clothing. But I couldn't figure it out until I put my hands on the hats and I say, okay, now I see where that come from, everything put it together. It was always like, it's been always like this, I made out of the imperfection, I made my heart. The biggest challenge that I face, it's an everyday challenge, is the challenge of stay true to my choices. When I start to make hats, I started because I was in this transition phase where I was coming from the intensity of a restaurant business, of hospitality. At the same time, I was facing other challenges. I will never forget, so my father was always somebody that I could go through and talk and ask opinion, information, or share something. And, it was a very good friend. It was a very good friend for me, He loved me, he cared about me. My father got into this disease that it was a brain disease. It took like 2.5 years to degenerate. They start to lose speech, start to lose the use of the bodies. I remember the last time that I was actually able to talk to him. He came to New York. It was at the beginning of this illness. I brought him downstairs by himself. I left my mother upstairs. I said, I want to talk to you. And I sit him on the office and I say, you know, it was me and him, and I remember talking to him and face to face. I say, what's going on, Papa? Tell me, you know. I want to know what's going on. What are you feeling? And he looked at me and he started to cry, and he told me like, I don't know, Paolo. You know, he was speaking like he was talking very slow and like in a very weird way. And he told me, I don't know what's going on. I cannot speak. You know, I want to speak, but I cannot find a way to speak. And he started to cry. And that was the last time I really spoke to him in person, close. And then from there, you know, they went back to Italy, and then it started to degenerate, and you know, and it got worse and worse and worse until, you know, he died. And obviously I miss him, but you know, it's my journey, it's my life. I gotta keep going, and I gotta search what I'm looking for in this and learn as much as possible, you know, and figure it out, the purpose. I went through darkness, and I came out. A lot of introspection, a lot of self-work, a lot of questioning, a lot of days when I don't want to come out from the bed, and I want to stay in bed, sleeping. And then I feel like I'm wasting time, and I push myself to come out. So I need to put the effort. I need to ask to myself every time, are you still happy on doing what you do? Does it still make you satisfied? It's like, it's part of the life that we live in it. It's part of our purpose. It's part of our journey. It's part of like our transformation. So this is not just making hats. It's more of the journey of life, where I'm coming from, where I got lost, where I refound myself. Go for what you love, and you know, nobody has the right to judge you or tell you anything. And you know, live your life in full, and you know, be fucking happy and grateful every single day.
Couldn't agree more, man.
Yeah.
That's encouraging me, man.
Yeah, man. There are times where you do what you love, but the money are not coming in, and you start to question yourself. And there are times that you make money and you hate what you do, and you say, hey, I don't want to do this, but you know, I have to do it, and you feel unhappy. So it's all about, the big challenge is all about finding the balance.